January 9th, 2018. Hey, good morning, everybody. Oh, man. So, this month has just gotten to be a lot of fun. I had been, well, last year I decided to take on doing some very minor freelance work. Like, I decided I was going to try to do like one cover a month. If a cover wasn't available, then I would take one commission a week. Was the basic idea. For no reason other than just to constantly develop new techniques and try not to fall into too much of a pattern of producing the same thing over and over again, right? Because I have this power prints thing that, it's just eating up time. So, by the end of the year, I kind of was like, I did a group of covers, and although it's been very cool to see that work get published, the amount of time that I put in on cover work versus the amount that I make back on it is minimal. And it doesn't matter if I'm drawing one character or 100,000. Like, I wish, when it's one character, folks, sometimes it's harder, because it's like, how do you justify, $500 to draw a character when no one knows who the fuck you are? I mean, little known piece of advice, drawing comics, you get paid by who you are, not the quality of your work. You get paid based on your popularity, not whether you draw well or draw poorly. That's it. So, I had hoped after the Game Informer cover that I'd get a little bit more traction, but no. No. So I decided at the end of the year I'd take some design work, some contract design work, because and what I can do in 2 or 3 hours or 4 hours in design is the same as getting paid to do 50 or 60 hours worth of effort in cover art. It's just a fact. That being said, it's work that I do not share. You get known for what you do. So, if I share the design work, then it just changes who I am on the internet, to people and whatever. But I have a lot of old contacts and stuff in different industries, so I was like, I'll take on some design work, and because otherwise I make enough doing this that I don't need to work. I don't have there's no 401k in freelancing art, folks. There's no healthcare plan. There's no savings. So, I make enough to get by, but were I to get horrendously sick, then what, right? So, well, it wasn't a big deal. I was like, well, it'll be 4 hours of my day, And then literally the day I was to start doing the design work, I got offered to do character design for a gaming company. And just, it's like, well, how do I turn that? If I turn this down, I mean, I'm always complaining that, hey, no one ever notices me. I got noticed And if I turn this down, then it just seems stupid. However, it puts me at a strange position because I thought I would spend 8 hours a day working on stuff and 4 hours doing contract work. And now it's inverted. And I put all my work about a month or two out ahead of me. And I have a cover for an indie book due this month. And for Megavisions next month. And I have a commission left over. My Mercy Overwatch commission I'm in the middle of. So nothing's getting done on PowerPrints right now. And it just, and I want Game Cave. I want to finish Game Cave. I want to finish the Game Cave and move on with more Game Cave stuff. So it's just like, I just can't. Sometimes you can feel, you could definitely sabotage yourself. And in a way, I've sort of done that, I took the work, right? I don't want sympathy, folks. I'm trying to work this all out verbally. See, the thing is, if you keep it in your head, you'll have a panic attack. And you'll sit there and get nothing done. If you write it down, you'll at least see what's in front of you and agree that it's impossible. If you vocalize it in some way constructive, preferably not at your significant other, because you should talk to your significant other. There's a big difference, man, between talking and laying your entire burdens on someone else. And, man, that's a balance, man. It's an adulting thing that I cannot give advice on because it is different for everybody. But I know when there's a moment to say, hey, I'm just vocalizing. I don't want sympathy. I'm just vocalizing. So really, the most constructive way to do that is here. In a way that I hope comes across as intended, which is that I'm just verbally working it out, right? I'm trying to share with you that this is just something you're going to constantly be battling, until you, I don't know. The only way to make this go away, is to have more people helping. And once more people are helping, then you're responsible for paying more people. When you pay less people, then you have to deal with all this stuff. One thing I can do moving forward is I finish these projects up, these PowerPrints, and then the Game Cave version 1. I am no longer taking on crazy projects, that I'm on the hook for, like, I've said this a million times, but it's just like, this all comes from reacting. Game Cave was a reaction to my business partner saying, we're out of money and you need to make another Kickstarter or you're going to be fucked and have to go back to work, And then the PowerPrints is a reaction to allowing my wife to essentially tell me the same thing. After we had worked so hard to get out from the previous Kickstarters that my business partner failed to deliver on, I held off for a long time. And then she's like, you need to start earning some money, and here we are, so it's just like, the goal is to pitch projects, like to develop the projects and then go market them. I'm never going to pitch a project that I want someone, or Kickstarter or whatever, that I want a group of people to pay me to do, and then I go make it. I'm never doing that again. Because when it's just me developing it, I can make cuts and make editing decisions and simplify some of the work without letting anybody down. And like right now, like if I was developing this PowerPoint, I would have stopped a long time ago and would have been like, after the Final Fantasies, would have been like, that's enough. I'll go market this art and then come back next time and do the one X-Men set, and then market that art and then come back and do something else. Would not do 40 plus fucking prints plus stretch goals. It's just so mean to myself. I did it. I did it to me. So there's that. And then that's all looming over my head of producing good work, Producing good work and managing time, right? The time is managed. It's not even about time management. And be very careful about overanalyzing your time management, by the way. A lot of times, once you get past how to draw, your perceptions of time management can become what's the word I'm thinking of? It can become skewed. I've seen a lot of artists who think, oh, I'm just not making good use of my time. Somehow I was making better use of my time, I would be getting more done. And then they burn out. They announce they're quitting social media. They take a break to come back, and they're like, well, I got better gauge on this time management thing. And I'm like, no, man, if you got a ton of talent, you're just hitting your capacity. And that feeling of not getting enough done is just, you hitting your limits of exhaustion. This is a marathon, not a sprint. A sprint in the art is like, it's when you go to work and they're like, we got deadline. If you already made your money as an artist and you're coming home to work in your studio, it's a marathon. It's just take the least amount of time a project needs to take. If that's 4 hours or 40, the least amount of time that project needs to take. But I see some artists definitely overanalyzing time. Like, I don't have a time management problem. I'm up. I'm here working every fucking day, and and managing my health and exercising and cleaning and running errands and doing all my own paperwork and invoicing and design work and editing and writing. I'm working on 5 projects simultaneously, not including this podcast, and not including my home life. It's not a time management problem. It's a too many fucking projects problem. That's really what it is. So here's the way through, right? So what do you do about it, Rob? After you vent, what do you do? Here's the way through. Is I wrap up this commission, and I don't take on any commissions moving forward for a bit. Then I got this cover. I'm doing a cover for a comic book called Valkyrie Savior. My buddy Ron put this together on Kickstarter. Pretty dope stuff. It's like giant Valkyrie chicks fighting like kaiju. And I've known Ron for a long time. And he's a good dude, man. And he's just like, I always see you complaining about, I just want you to do your designs. And so I got that. And I got a roughie together last night for him. And I don't know what to do with it right now. So I get myself, when I develop a new project, I get to the point where I have a supreme headache and then I stop, right? So I got that cover. Next month, I got a Megavisions cover. After that, that's it. That's it for extra projects. I mean, Megavisions, they're going to need something at some point, but I don't know when that is, and that could be a month or we're contracted for 6 covers. So this will be my final cover until we renegotiate. So we'll see how that goes. I love them, but we'll have to see. That's it. Then it's power prints. Until power prints is done. And then when power prints is done, then I have to figure out. Well, it's Game Cave, but yeah, that is Game Cave. Then look, this contract work could be done in a month. It could be done in a year. I don't know right now. Don't know how long it'll last. I wish I did. I wish I did. If I knew exactly how long it was going to last, it'd be one thing, but I don't know. I want to be known for making my own stuff. The commissions is where the fan art comes in, not these crazy prints. So it's a switch I have to make this year. That's my 2018 switch. So, yeah. I gotta wrap up the Christmas stories tomorrow too, so I'll do that. I didn't make a podcast yesterday because I don't explain why I don't make podcasts. Here's the thing, folks. If you didn't post something every day, don't explain why you don't do it. No one cares. No one cares. Just move forward. Do I have any other advice? Little bit of cayenne pepper and your sugar-free mint mochas goes a long way. I make this sugar-free mint mocha thing once a week for my wife and I. It's about 5 net carbs. I'm not going to bother you with my diet too much, but I've been doing it for years and years and years. Now they call it keto. It's fucking Atkins or low carb, whatever. Here's a bit of advice. When they start putting keto on it, they're going to upcharge you 10 times the amount. It's like vitamins. Just take it 1 a day. But these motherfuckers put keto vitamin. Now they can charge you $30 for a month. It's ridiculous. But in my sugar-free mint mocha, which is just unsweetened cocoa powder, a sugar-free chocolate syrup, about 3 tablespoons on cocoa powder. This is per cup. 3 tablespoons of sugar-free chocolate syrup, and then I got a little milk frother. I steamed some milk, almond milk in there. I put peppermint extract in the almond milk while it froths up. Well, it steams. It's got a little bit of foam, but not much. So it froths up in there. I warm up the chocolate powder and the cocoa. I put a drop or 2 of stevia sweetener if it needs it. It can be a little bitter. Warm it up, stir it up, mix the milk, and then I immersion blend. And then I put in a 1/4 teaspoon of cinnamon and like an 1/8 to a 16th teaspoon, like a little pinch or 2 pinches of cayenne pepper. Molten lava. I call it the molten lava drink. I warm it, gotta serve it warm. I put a little extra foam on top. Little foam with a little mint extract in there, just so it's got a little foam. And that's how I watch anime on the weekends. It's a happy life, folks. And then, I get back to work. Doesn't take that long. It is January 9th, 2018, and I definitely need to get back to work. Peace, everybody.